good, fam? Welcome back here to the stoop out here at Ebenezer Way. Tonight, y'all, I have another guest coming. This is my cousin. This is my grouchy cousin. My cousin who does not like coming to church. He don't like nothing about the church. He don't even like the church folks. I don't know why he's always mad. I know we all know somebody like that. We all have somebody like that in our family. And so tonight, I just want to have an open and candid discussion with my cousin who doesn't necessarily like coming to church, but he knows I'm a reverend, but we still respect each other. Because what we learn is oftentimes in this journey called life is that you have to be open-minded enough to be able to sit down, have a conversation, and hear each other out. Not to argue, not to talk to each other, but be open-minded and listen to what he has to say. So tonight, for the first time in history, in our family's history, me and my cousin, oh man, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk. And I want to hear what is his issues and why he is so grouchy. Y'all stay there. We're going to come right back. Good, y'all. This is my main man, my cousin, old man. What's good, old man? What brings you on out here to the stoop? We glad to see you, glad to have you. And so look, this is what I want you to do. I want you to rap to the young folks. I want you to tell them why you're so grouchy. Tell them why you don't like coming to church. What is your issue with the church? We all know somebody who does not like coming to church. And so we just like to hear from your perspective, what makes you so grouchy? Why you so mad? Or are you just like the little boy in that clip on Instagram, on social media, when he gets up to testify and say, I hate this church? But share with us your sentiments and how you feel and why you feel the way you feel. Man, you know why I don't like the church, man. Church folks be fake. They be phony. They always want to do this. Then I hate coming to church. Because, man, y'all always want to tell you, hug your neighbor, talk to this person, talk to that person. Slim, when I come to church, I just want to hear the preacher. Y'all been there too long. You know, the one thing that I like about the Bible is I like a lot of them rulers. A lot of the rulers are what you call monarchy rulers. I like how they control with an iron fist, with an ironclad. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude by the name of Nebuchadnezzar. You remember King Nebuchadnezzar? He was the ruler of the province of Babylon. But what I liked about him was, remember, he left Babylon, and when he went up to Judah, he shut the whole camp down. He wasn't playing no games. Like when they was faking, he was like, hey, Slim, give me that, and took everything from Judah. Then he brought all them three little boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, he brought them back down to Babylon. Then he sent them to the jail, wouldn't let them youngins eat. You know what I'm saying? You don't work, you don't eat. I like Slim. That's how Slim was carrying it. He ain't had no fake in him. He was going like that. And so the problem I see with the church folks is too many folks, they be faking. They don't be real. They don't keep it 100. That's why I don't even like coming all up in here. And so remember, it was another king by the name of Pontius Pilate. You remember Pilate? Yeah, y'all know Pilate. Y'all church folks know him. Pilate said, man, listen here. You don't want to do my little magic tricks. You don't want to do this, Slim. Either I'm going to crucify this dude or I'm going to crucify Barabbas. What did the people say? The people said, free Barabbas, but crucify Jesus. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, and what did Pilate do? Pilate said, man, listen here, Slim. I'm going to get him up out of here. They took him to that place. Yeah, and y'all know what happened. So, man, I like them type rulers, the monarchy rulers. They don't play no games. What they say, they do. And that's what I like about them. I think sometimes you all can call them a despotic monarch ruler. That means they're tyranny. That means, man, what I say, go. I got the power to kill you. I got the power to let you live. And it's in my hand, in the stroke of a pen. That's what I like. That's why I'm so grouchy, because these folks be in here faking. They want to come and lift up holy hands, but then as soon as they leave, man, they 50 with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't keep it 100. And so what I like people that keep it 100, people that keep it real. It's very funny that you would mention some kings and some rulers, because I'm glad you said that. Yes, a lot of the kings and rulers during those times were monarchies, and that they did rule with the iron fist. But oftentimes, there's another king that you forgot. His name was King David. And if you remember and recall that King David was another monarchy, or what you would call a despotic monarchy ruler. And so remember, he sent Uriah the Hittite out into the field, into the army, and told everybody else to pull back so that he would be killed, but then also to cover up his affair with his wife Bathsheba. But the beautiful thing about King David was that he realized the error of his ways and realized that he had to reverse, he had to switch some things up. And the Bible lets us know that King David ends up becoming a man after God's own heart, that he had love, he had compassion, that he worshiped God because he realized the error in his ways. Oh man, I want you to understand, and many of our young folks, that we are like King David. Like, we can be taught, we can be trained certain things in life, but when we really reflect and look back, we realize that we have been going down the wrong path because oftentimes many of us have been guided down the wrong street. I don't know why you're so grouchy and why you're so upset, but it may be something that happened in your childhood, something that you were taught, something that you witnessed, something that you observed that you never were able to fully develop, or just simply something that you learned. We are creatures of nature versus nurture. Nurture meaning, are you a product of the environment that you're in? Nature meaning, do you learn from where you are placed at? Do you do what you do because of nurture, because of who you got it from, or is it nature because of the sensibility of the surrounding areas you found yourself in? And when we learn to worship God and come into communal worship and fellowship with one with another, that is nature, that we're allowing the power and the presence of God to fall on us. And when God says we ought to display love, that is not a recommendation, but in fact it is a requirement, because God gave us the greatest gift of all. He displayed love to us even when we did not love ourselves. And young folks, I want you to understand that many of you all may be like, oh man, that you may be grouchy, you may be upset, frustrated, you may not even like the surrounding situation where you find yourself in. But when you learn that you are a product of nature and not necessarily nurture, that yes, nurture helps develop you because we all get something from somebody, but nature allows you to learn where you are and to either make the critical decision: do I take what's around me and adapt it to me? Or in the book of Romans, do I come out from amongst them and be ye separated, and understand that I can't keep living my life in a trash can. I keep living my life upset, frustrated, mad at the world, that I got to take control of my personal environment, my situation, and step out on faith and do what God has called me to do. That's what King David did. And then also you said Pontius Pilate. Remember Pontius Pilate, even when he had to make the critical decision, he said, this man Jesus has done nothing wrong. He washed his hands of this situation. Now he made a mistake by allowing the crucifixion to go forward, but I'm believing that everything happened for a reason, because without no crucifixion, there would be no resurrection. And without no resurrection, we would not have a right to eternal life. And so even though Pontius Pilate knew that Jesus made no mistake and that Jesus was not wrong, he still allowed it to go forward. And sometimes in life, young folks, God will allow things to happen because in the end, you will win. Oh man, sometimes you just need a hug. You just need somebody to tell you that they love you. You know what? I love you, cuz. I appreciate you. I salute you. And I know that there's greatness in you. You just got to be willing to come out of that trash can and do what God has called you to do. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in out here on the stoop with me and my cousin. Oh man, I'll see you next week out here on the stoop at Ebenezer Way. Take care. God bless. Peace.